Welcome to Chapter 1, Introduction to Ethnobotany. In this video, we'll define the field, explore its historical roots, survey its scope and subdisciplines, and understand why it's vital for culture, science, and conservation. Ethnobotany is the scientific study of interactions between people and plants in their environment. It documents how communities use plants for food, medicine, textiles, rituals, and more. The term was coined in 1895 by botanist J. W. Harshberger, ethno, meaning people, and botany, meaning plants. In 1962, R. E. Schulz expanded its definition to include studies of primitive societies and plant environments. Today, ethnobotany covers discovery of plant-based drugs, traditional and wild food uses, fibers and dyes for textiles, religious and ceremonial plant uses, conservation strategies rooted in cultural practices. Recent research has added new dimensions: selection of edible species, timing of harvest, toxin removal processes, habitat protection through faith and taboos, energy-efficient cooking methods, and even local plant nomenclature. Ethnobotany intersects with disciplines such as ethnopharmacology, economic botany, agroethnobotany, and conservation ethnobiology, each focusing on different facets of plant-people relationships. Why care about ethnobotany? It preserves invaluable indigenous knowledge, guides modern drug discovery, informs sustainable resource management, and underpins socio-economic upliftment in rural areas. In India, practices like Ayurveda exemplify ethnobotany's heritage, using plant-based formulations to treat ailments for over 5,000 years. Many tribes protect plants via taboos and sacred groves, effectively conserving critical habitats. These culturally driven strategies offer blueprints for ecosystem preservation. The Kalbelia and Raika of Rajasthan use rotational grazing and sacred groves to regenerate vegetation while preserving medicinal flora. Their indigenous wisdom sustains both biodiversity and livelihoods. Fieldwork involves interviewing community members, collecting specimens, recording vernacular names, preparation methods, and habitat data to build comprehensive ethnobotanical databases. Ethnobotanical leads have yielded numerous pharmaceuticals. By validating traditional remedies, researchers can streamline drug discovery and foster bioprospecting partnerships. Ethnobotanical knowledge is endangered by urbanization, deforestation, and loss of indigenous languages. Urgent documentation and community engagement are needed to safeguard this heritage. Looking ahead, digital archives, participatory mapping, and policy frameworks that recognize traditional custodianship will be key to integrating ethnobotany into global conservation and healthcare strategies. Let's recap. Ethnobotany bridges culture and plant science. Its scope spans medicine, food, textiles, rituals, and conservation. Indigenous practices offer sustainable models for biodiversity protection. Documenting and validating this knowledge is vital for future research. In summary, ethnobotany's scope has grown to include new theoretical and practical perspectives on plant-human relationships. Tribal communities rely on forest flora for daily needs and healthcare, while ethnobotanical research alerts us to species conservation statuses, from rare and critically endangered to invasive weeds, and guides habitat protection strategies. Equally important, this work paves the way for finding novel drugs and plant-derived compounds, underscoring why global ethnobotanical studies are vital to both cultural preservation and scientific discovery. Here are two key terms: ethnobotany, the study of how communities use and relate to plants around them, indigenous, organisms or peoples that originate and occur naturally in a particular place.